Hello everyone. Let's dig into a different horror story. ये स्टोरी जो है ये उस टाइम का है जब मैं खुद फ्लाई कर रही थी और हमें लेओवर मिला था कुवैत के लिए। उस टाइम कुवैत में रमज़ान का पीरियड चल रहा था एंड वहाँ पे ना ये रूल है कि जब रमज़ान चल रही होगी तो इवन इफ वी आर हिंदूज वी आर सपोज टू लाइक फॉलो दैट रूल्स। एनीवेज हम लोग सुबह सुबह पहुंच जाते हैं। हमें जिस रूम अलॉट किया होता है, मुझे शुरुआत में तो कुछ ऐसा समझ में आया नहीं। एंड ओके, और अनदर थिंग इन कुवैत when we had the layover, we had got a different kind of a hotel which had these old version of the lift. It had the not a capsule kind of a lift, but it was a square lift. It had more of a prison look कि एकदम से prison का वो दरवाज़ा खुलता है, कोलैप्सिबल गेट टाइप का, एंड देन लग जाता है एंड फिर लिफ्ट राइजेज अप एंड ऐसे हम लोग अपने कमरे में जाते हैं, फिर चेंज वेंज करते हैं, ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए नीचे आते हैं, फलाना ढिमकाना। देन हमारा प्लान होता है कि हम लोग उस दिन थोड़ा सा मॉल में जाएंगे। मॉल बहुत ही खाली खाली सा होता है बिकॉज एज इन उनका रमज़ान चल रहा होता है, तो उस समय कोई बाहर होता ही नहीं है, मतलब मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टोर्स वर क्लोज्ड। तो हम लोग मॉल में भी ज़्यादा टाइम बिताते नहीं हैं बिकॉज आई मीन इट वॉज क्वाइट बोरिंग. It was not as the usual mall how we see in Doha or in Dubai or here in India. So I got really bored and जो हमें लेबर अलाउंसेस मिलते थे कुवैत में वो बहुत ही कम है कि आप उतने से पैसों में शायद अपने खाने का ही देख सकते हो। मतलब अगर आपने कुछ शॉपिंग कर ली तो फिर खाना कम पड़ जाएगा। दैट इज़ द थिंग, क्योंकि कुवैत का करेंसी इज़ एक्सपेंसिव दैट वे। इफ़ यू सेव दैट करेंसी, इफ़ यू सेव दैट अलाउंस, येस, गुड टू गो। आई मीन फिर उसको कन्वर्ट करके आप पैसा वैसा INR में आप अपने लिए ले सकते हो, दैट इज़ अ डिफरेंट थिंग। सो हाँ, जब हम लोग वापस आते हैं ना तो शाम हो जाती है और शाम हो जाती है मतलब आई थिंक 8-9 तो बज ही गए होते हैं। तो यहाँ पे कैप्टन जो है हमारे, वो हमारे सब क्रू के लिए कुछ रैप टाइप का खाना पैक करवा के हमारे रूम में भिजवा देते हैं। सो वी एट दैट एंड वी वर लाइक सिटिंग विद ऑल द क्रू इन आवर रूम। धीरे धीरे हर कोई चला जाता है हमारे कमरे से एंड आई थॉट ठीक है, हमारा अर्ली मॉर्निंग का फ्लाइट है। आई डोंट हैव दिस हैबिट एंड आई जस्ट कैन नॉट गेट कि लाइक 3 बजे 4 बजे का फ्लाइट अगर हो तो उसी समय उठ के नहा लेना। आई कैन डू इट, रादर आई वुड टेक माई हॉट वाटर शावर इन द नाइट एंड स्लीप। सो sorry guys, I really have got a bad throat. We were having a dinner and when my friend went to the washroom, she took the shower. उसके बाद मेरा जाना था। अब खाना वाना खाने के बाद मैं लास्ट जाती हूँ शावर लेने के लिए। कुछ वक्त के बाद ही जाती हूँ, मतलब कुछ वक्त खाना खाने के बाद जाती हूँ। अब जब तक मैं बाहर आती हूँ, इनफैक्ट खाना खाने के कुछ देर के बाद मैं गई नहाने के लिए एंड हमारे वॉशरूम में ना, इन कुवैत वॉशरूम वी हैड बाथ टब्स एज वेल। सो एवरीथिंग वाज फाइन। आई मीन आई डिडंट डू एनीथिंग एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी कि ऐसा कुछ होगा। सो बाथ टब में नहाया, निकली एंड बाहर निकलने के बाद हाँ, आई हैड शैम्पूड माई हेयर एज वेल। तो बाहर निकलने के बाद आई वॉज लाइक ड्राइंग अप माई हेयर, wrenching out all the water, and it just took 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes of me coming out from the washroom, that I started feeling very weird inside. Um, I started getting weird voices, and initially I was ignoring them, and slowly those weird noise or voices or whispers, whatever you want to say, whispers, yes, they started getting louder. It was really scary. Like, let me just show you. It was something like that. I don't know what gibberish was that, what language was that, but it was something like this. And then it happened so much. I mean, it was increasing so much that I had to put hands on my ears, and I just sat down on the floor. And then my heart started palpitating loud. I was scared. I was like shivering. And that morning itself, when we were having a breakfast on the table, my roommate with whom I was sharing my layover room, she sarcastically told me that, sharing room with the Banata is very difficult because she will sleep late night, and constantly she will make some of the other noises that the other person cannot sleep. So that statement just hit me hard. So I was like, okay, fine. And again, you are there in my room, you were sharing my room. So I have to be very careful then. I have to, what do you call this? Take care of other person's space and their sleep cycle as well, because it should not that be, for me, somebody's else space, privacy or sleep is disturbed. So it was in my mind, and no matter whatever I was going through, I was looking at her that she was well asleep. I couldn't go or wake her up. I couldn't do that because I didn't have any evidence for that. With what purpose will I wake her up, and knowing the fact this is what she told me in the morning at the dining table? And something weird feeling was constantly giving me in my head, and that voices was constantly coming in my head, and I was becoming all sweaty inside. Then I started to recite Hanuman Chalisa. First two lines I did, and then I just forgot, and it was by heart to me, that entire Hanuman Chalisa. It was by heart known to me. But I couldn't just go with that. Then I had to open my mobile, I had to Google Hanuman Chalisa, I kept reading it. I think I did read that, but meanwhile, I had also called one of my friend so that I can constantly be on the call for good 1 to 2 hours. And because he works in IT firm, and he was able to give that 1 to 2 hours to me. And after talking to him, yes, I was able to feel more relaxed and go for the flight. But honestly, I couldn't sleep. Whatever time was remaining, I just kept talking. I couldn't sleep properly. Maybe like the last 40 50 minutes, that was just you can say a nap. That's it. I know a nap is for 10 15 minutes, but this was exactly a nap, because when you hit the bed 10 15 minutes, you need to relax down. Your brain, your nervous system needs to relax down, and then completely you can go off to sleep. So finally, if I calculate the exact time that I fell to proper sleep, maybe the 30 minutes time or maybe 20 minutes time. And then I had to get up for my flight. So that was quite weird. The moment I just stepped out from the washroom, I don't know what I started hearing, some gibberish, some Hebrew language or what not it was. And first it was slow, and it was something like delusional, and I just ignored it. No, it's just in your mind. I said that. But then it started getting louder and it started coming more closer. That's when I had to put both the hands on my ear and sat down. And even though this entire Hanuman Chalisa was like by heart learned to me, I couldn't do it. I couldn't recite it. I just didn't remember it anything. That night was very crucial for me. I cannot forget that night ever in my life. And trust me, that feeling was so insane heavy. I felt if I don't come out of this thing, whatever is happening right now, I think I will just go into asylum. Like how you see people, they go into exorcism thing and they end up landing up in an asylum. That's the exact thing I had the feeling. But हनुमान चालीसा दैट डज वर्क. ठीक है, मुझे याद नहीं था पर मैंने गूगल किया और मैं पढ़ने लग गई. तो गूगल में खोला और मेरा जो ये दोस्त है, थैंकफुली दोस्त का भी अवेलेबल रहना, दोस्त का भी फ़ोन पिक कर लेना, दिस रियली मैटर्स अ लॉट. सो हनुमान चालीसा के थ्रू क्या हुआ, इट हेल्प मी टू कनेक्ट टू अ फ्रेंड. इट हेल्प मी टू गिव दिस गेट दिस आइडिया कि हाँ मैं अपने फ्रेंड को मैं कॉल करूँ. और वो अवेलेबल भी था, उसने मेरा फ़ोन उठा लिया. 2 घंटे दिए बंदे ने मुझे फ़ोन पे लगातार. तो मैं फ़ोन पे लगी रही, मैं बात करती रही. और उसी दौरान फिर मैं थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स भी कर पाती हूँ. रिलैक्स करने के बाद मैं सोने की कोशिश करती हूँ. तो लास्ट के 30-40 मिनट्स ढंग की मैं सोई थी और उसके बाद मैं फ़्लाइट में गई. दैट वॉज इट. And then when I went back to my base, domicile, after reaching home, after getting done with the flight, I was just trying to understand that was that all in my mind, or am I still feeling, or am I still having a tinge of effect, after effect of that still now? But no, it was not there. It was not there. And I also started doing my other Buddhist chanting that I do. Namyo Horenge Kyo. So yes, prayers, they do have a very strong power attached to it. God has a bigger divination power to it. Nobody can surpass that superpower that the divine has. So यहाँ पे ही भगवान का पावर आ जाता है कि कैसे मैंने हनुमान चालीसा मैंने पढ़ी तो इन्होंने मुझे गाइड किया मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा. That I have to call of my friend, and then I started talking to him. And after getting back to my home domicile as well, it was not there. But what was happening, I understood from one of my Muslim friend that there was some kind of entity which was attached to that room that was trying to get into my body, to possess me. And the hotel people did know something about that. So when I came down, after getting ready, so we were going for the flight, right? So when I came down and we had to check out from the hotel, that's when I asked the reception person that I did not have a good sleep in that room above. Room number this. I don't remember the room number right now because it's been a really long time. And then he just leaned forward and he asked me why, what happened. And then after asking this, the next thing what he did was to look up. And then he did not ask me anything else. And that look, that weird look on that person, I think it just gave me all the answer that he knew something must have really happened in that room. Maybe it was not cleansed properly or whatever it is, and he just gave that room to us because we were Hindus. This is really wrong. I mean, if you really know something that happened, if you know something credible was happening in that room and you were not supposed to give, then why did you give? For business purpose? You are like playing with someone's life or with someone's soul. Just think, if you or if any of your family members would have been in that place. I mean, this is a very insane kind of a feeling. That night was a nightmare for me that I can never forget. Thankfully, thankfully, I did not carry any after effect of that night with me when I reached back home. So, yeah, this was the second part of my horror story. Now, with that, I'm signing out.